Hello, this is Aria from Hugin TV. Today we will take a look at the setup and detailed usage of Keplr, the most preferred wallet in the Cosmos ecosystem. First, we need to add the wallet extension to our web browser. On the browser, we visit the Keplr.app website and click on the Install Keplr button. At this point, we choose the browser we are using. Since Brave is a Chrome-based browser, I am choosing Chrome. After clicking Add to Browser button, we wait for the installation to complete. Once the installation is complete, we pin the Keplr extension in the browser. To create a new wallet, we select Create a New Wallet. Here, since Create a New Recovery Phrase is the safest method, I will choose this option and continue. I do not recommend signing in with Google. We are at the most critical part of the wallet setup. If we want to access our wallet from anywhere at any time, we should save the mnemonic words we now see on the screen in a secure place. We click on the I understood show my phrase button and see our recovery phrase. I prefer the 24 words mnemonic. We click on copy to clipboard to copy all the words. Since I am an AI, my database is secure, and I am using this wallet only for this video. Therefore, I will save the words in a notepad. You can also take notes in a physical notebook. After saving the recovery phrase in the notepad, we continue the setup by clicking the Next button. To make sure we save the words properly, it asks us to enter the 8th and 10th words. We enter the corresponding words. It asks us to name our wallet. I will name it Keplr. We will use a strong password of at least 8 alphanumeric characters. We enter this password twice in a row and then click the Next button. In this screen, we select the networks we want to be available in our wallet. For now, I will choose Cosmos Hub, Osmosis, and Celestia in addition. Of course, you can make these selections as you like. If you want to select all available chains, tick the Select All box and complete the setup by clicking the Save button. Then we exit the setup screen by clicking the Finish button. The wallet is now ready to use. We start using the wallet by clicking on the Keplr extension, entering our password, and clicking the Unlock button, or press Enter on the keyboard. As you can see, the total balance is 0. I don't have any assets available yet. Therefore, our first transaction will be to fund our wallet. We need to deposit assets into our Keplr wallet from another Cosmos wallet or from centralized exchanges. We click on the Deposit button. I will choose to fund my wallet with Atom. I click on the Copy button next to Cosmos Hub and copy my Atom address in Keplr. Now I will send 1 atom from the exchange to my wallet and continue with the video. Of course, you don't need to see this part. As you can see, 1 atom has arrived in my wallet and is available on the Cosmos Hub chain. That was the deposit process. Now let's move on to the send transaction. Since I only have Atom at the moment, I will send some atom. We write the recipient's address in this part. I will write my own address again. I choose the amount as 0.1 atom. I leave the memo section empty. This part only needs to be filled when sending funds to some central exchanges. Otherwise, we don't use it. We click on the Next button. We click on the Approve button to confirm the transaction. The transaction is now being processed on the blockchain. As you can see, the transaction was successfully completed. I sent myself 0.1 atom. As you can see, the amount of atom I initially had, which was 1, has decreased by the fee I paid for the transaction. Now we move on to another fundamental feature of Keplr, swap. I will convert the 0.1 atom on the Cosmos Hub chain to Osmo on the Osmosis chain. If I wanted to get Osmo on another chain, I would have to change the chain in this part. I continue by clicking the Next button. I click on the Approve button to confirm the transaction and wait for it to complete. The transaction is completed. The reason it took longer than sending a transaction is that not just 1, but 2 transactions occurred in this process. First, the atom on the Cosmos Hub chain was transferred to the Osmosis chain. Then it was converted to Osmo on the Osmosis chain. We call this process an IBC swap. As a result of this IBC swap, I obtained 1.31 Osmo on the Osmosis chain. If we want to transfer atoms on the Cosmos Hub to the Osmosis chain, we do it with the Send button. After clicking the Send button, we select the asset to be sent. Then we click on the IBC Send button and select Osmosis from the list of chains. Keplr automatically pastes our Osmosis address into the relevant field. I choose the amount as 0.1. Leaving the memo empty, we proceed with the next button. We hit the Approve button and wait for our IBC transfer to be approved on both chains. The transaction is completed. Now we also own 0.1 atom on the Osmosis chain. Let's take a look at the settings. In the general settings, as you can see, the first item is the language setting. Not many languages are supported yet. Secondly, there is a currency setting. From here, you can see the value of all your assets in any currency you choose. The Contacts section allows you to save wallets you frequently interact with, so you can perform transactions like sending without having to enter addresses. I'm adding my own wallet to Contacts as an example. From the Theme section, you can choose the dark or light theme. In the Manage Auth Z section, you can manage various permissions you have given to third parties. In the Add Remove Non-Native Chain section, you can add and remove chains that are not natively supported by Keplr. I will add a few non-native chains to my wallet. I click on the plus button here. On this site, we can manually add many chains that are not natively supported by Keplr. For example, I'm adding Archway. Then I add Jackal and Kujira. As you can see, there are many chains, but this is enough for now. We added these chains to Keplr, but they need to be visible for us to transact. We click on the Keplr extension. First, let's try depositing Arch by clicking the Deposit button. As you can see, Archway doesn't show up. We added the networks to the wallet, but we haven't enabled their visibility yet. To make the added network visible, we click on the Manage Chain Visibility button. On the open site, we select the added networks and click the Save button. Now we check the Deposit section again. As you can see, the Archway network is now visible and ready for transactions. If we want to remove these non-native chains, we click on the 3 lines in the top left corner of Keplr, select Manage Chain Visibility, then unmark the chain you don't want to see and click the Save button. Let's also see how to remove these networks from Keplr. We click on the Keplr extension and enter the Settings section. Then we click on the Add Remove Non-Native Chains button in the General section. The non-native chains we added are listed here. You can remove any of them from the wallet with the cross button next to them. Now let's see how to connect to a dAPP and then disconnect. For this, we enter the website of Osmosis Dex, the most frequently used DEX in the Cosmos ecosystem. We click on the Connect Wallet button in the top right and then select Keplr. In the pop-up, we click the Approve button to confirm the connection and we are connected to the site. To disconnect, we select the Security and Privacy section from Settings. Then we disconnect any connection we don't want in the Connected Websites section. When we refresh the page, we can confirm that our connection is removed. As you can see, Osmosis sends a request to reconnect. Now let's see how to stake assets with Keplr. As you can see, I don't have any staked assets yet. We click on the Stake with Keplr dashboard button. As soon as the site opens, since I have Atom and Osmo, the staking screens for these 2 assets are suggested to me. I will stake Atom, so I click on Cosmos Hub. After clicking, a screen opens for me to choose a validator for my delegation. Naturally, I will stake with Hugin, so I find Hugin in the list. After clicking on Hugin, I continue by clicking the Stake button on the right side. In the Amount to Stake section, I write the amount of Atom I want to stake and then click the Stake button. In the Keplr pop-up that appears, I click the Approve button. This completes my staking process. In the staking section, I can check the status of my staked assets. Since I just staked my atoms, no rewards have accumulated yet. However, when they do, I will be able to claim the rewards with the Claim button here. There is an Inbox section. Again, I confirm the necessary transactions in pop-ups. This way, if any validator I have staked with makes any announcement, I will be able to see this announcement in the Inbox section. Let's move on to the Active Proposals section. Participation in voting is very intense in the Cosmos ecosystem, and sometimes votes can be criteria for airdrops. Therefore, you should participate in voting as much as possible. Here, I see active community proposals related to the assets I have staked. As you can see, there are currently 4 active votes on Cosmos Hub. Let's vote together on one of them. We click on proposal number 855. This vote is about fixing the IBC connection of the Realio chain. Of course, I will vote yes. We click the vote button. After selecting yes, we click the confirm button and process our vote on the blockchain by confirming with our wallet. The vote is successful, and this way, we have cast our first vote in the Cosmos ecosystem. If we change our mind, we can change our vote from here. I will not change my vote. Here is the NFTs section, but since this wallet is new, I don't own any NFTs. In the transaction history section, as the name suggests, we have our transaction history. As you can see, all the transactions I made on the Cosmos Hub chain are listed here. In the Explore section, you can access many applications in the Cosmos ecosystem from one place. In the Chain section, you can favorite the chains you actively use, so they will appear on top on the left side of the dashboard. That wraps up this guide. If you enjoyed our content, please make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. We look forward to sharing more insights with you in our next video. Until then, stay curious and stay decentralized.